Good morning and happy Sunday. Today is the last day of our conference. We had a great night last night. Amazing worship service with Jeremy Camp, and I just really felt the Lord speaking to me about I was really convicted about sharing our story, and so that is definitely something that will be coming up. Because that's the whole reason I started this channel, was to share our story, because God has just worked so many miracles in our lives. But, so today is Sunday. We have our last session this morning, then we'll be heading home. Kirk called me and said that the kids advanced. They had their quiz yesterday, their Bible quiz, and both kids advanced to the final round. Elizabeth actually scored 1 point higher than Quentin. He got a 95% and she got a 96, so I was so proud. And they both did all of their memory verses. I wasn't sure if they would because we did not have time to practice this week. But it was really awesome. So excited for this morning. Sad that it's over, but I'll be happy to get home. It's only in your presence, Lord. Holy Spirit, you are welcome in. Come flood this place and fill the atmosphere. Your glory, God, is what our hearts long for.
Jewish. Do I get a deposit slip with that? or maybe I'll be over here at this kind of church and they say, well, whew, you're one of those. And I'm thinking, I'm one of what? I just want to have a vibrant relationship with Jesus Christ. And that hunger to know God, to know the rescuer, and to know his word drove me to one book. And what I began to discover is that God's voice, it reverberates throughout these pages. That from the very beginning, amen, from the very beginning of Genesis, our God speaks creation into existence. That with but mere syllables, our God, he paints the sky, he pulls up the mountains, and he unleashes the ocean. We discover that in Genesis, that even after a willful act of disobedience, that God does not go silent on his people. In fact, it's God who mourns Cain. It's God who saves Noah. It's God who calls Abraham. Throughout the Old Testament, we see our God, the rescuer, speaks to kings and queens, princes and prophets, poets and everyday people. In fact, the prophet Isaiah, he describes that there are times in life for all of us that we are going to encounter decisions and we are not going to know which way to go. Whether to take this job or that job, move to this town or this town, to go back to school or not. How to move forward in life. And what Isaiah says that in those moments, the rescuer, through the power of the voice of the Holy Spirit, will say, this is the way, walk in it. This voice continues throughout the Old Testament and all the way into the New. The very person of Jesus Christ, that man within whom God put his whole heart on display for the world to see. And it is that man, Jesus, throughout his life and death and powerful resurrection, proclaims to us that we can enter into the fullness of life through relationship with him. That voice continues echoing throughout the New Testament until the book of Revelation, where you and I, we receive that powerful promise, yes, I am coming soon. To which we say, come on, Lord, come on, Lord. We could use you yesterday and today and tomorrow. But in the midst of that, we discover that God's voice, the rescuer's voice in our life, it is not an option, but it is a necessary and essential invitation to a deeper, vibrant relationship with him. And so when I had the opportunity to write my first book, this was the topic that I tackled. And it was simply called Hungry for God.
Okay, so we are in town. I just got done dropping off everybody that rode in my car. And yes, it's a gravel road, so it's very bumpy. After the conference this morning, which was really, really good, we started heading home and we stopped and ate lunch at Hoo Hot. So it was the last little bit that all of us were together, because at that highway junction, one of our people head off another way. We stopped at the big candy store, gas station, gift shop area thing that's about halfway home, and said goodbye to another one who goes the other way. And so anyway, it was really nice. We had such a great time, really good fellowship, some just spiritual refreshing, just being refreshed as a mom, as a woman, as a daughter of God. Just feel, just so refreshed is really the best word after this weekend. So I'm really excited about some of the things coming up. Yeah, it was just really, really nice. And I'm excited to see my family and see my kids. I bought the kids a t-shirt, and I haven't showed them what I got them yet, so I hope they like them. But anyway, thanks for joining me. I know I didn't get a whole lot, but I was really trying to just be present and enjoy my girlfriends and enjoy the good time that I had, and the fellowship with Christ and Christ-like-minded people and just other women. So it was a great, great time. Thanks for joining me. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Are you guys paying attention? Here we go. Let's everyone looking up here. And go.
You guys have been working so hard, I want to go ahead and give you your money now. can I work for you? Yay! I'm so happy you're back. We're gonna have a whole feast.
All right. You guys know what that story was?
The prodigal son.
Us back, even if we've done things we shouldn't do.
Yeah.
He always accepts us back there because you're a child of the King, right?
Yep.
Because our Father represents God, and He always accepts you, no matter how bad you are if you come back.
There you go. Excellent moral there from the prodigal son. All right, we have one group left. The yellow team. They're excited. They're coming on up. Let her go.
We are going off.
They're going off stage, says Chase. This should be interesting. Okay. Everyone paying attention?
Yep.
All right. Whenever you're ready, yellow team.
Ready. Can't you two just share?
Okay. You guys got it? Sharing? Is that all about sharing? Is that what it is? All right. Nicely done. Okay.